Amber is one of the 2 maintenance diesels on the Southern United Railroad. She is very kind and hard-working and is a friend to all the engines. One day, she was returning to the yard with the weed-killing train after killing weeds on the branch to the rock quarry. Amber saw the junction ahead and began to slow for a stop when it happened. Splat! Ugh! She cried. Bird droppings! Her crew almost fell out of the cab with laughter. It's not funny, grumbled Amber. Amber arrived home very disgusted. What's wrong? Asked Taylor. I got bird droppings on me, squirmed Amber as her driver began to wipe it off. You know, they say that's good luck, puffed Larry. Oh, please, Amber replied. I feel lucky that it hit me. The next day, Dave arrived at the roundhouse to speak to the engines. Christian, I need you to take a freight extra to Middletown, please. But sir, asked Christian, what about my passenger train to Spring Valley? Amber can take it, Dave said. Amber was surprised. Me, Dave? She asked. Yes, you, replied Dave. You're more than capable. Amber was still in shock when she backed down onto the train. She hadn't pulled a passenger train in a long time. And it was to Spring Valley, a line she rarely travels. The conductor gave the all clear and she departed. Amber had the best day she had in a long time. She arrived at the party at every station on time and got all clear signals. It was a beautiful summer's day. Maybe Larry was right about the bird droppings being lucky, she said to herself. On the afternoon return trip, a bird passed over her and splat! But instead of being annoyed and disgusted, she was happy and pleased. So how was your passenger run? Asked Roger when Amber returned home. It was wonderful, she answered. And I got hit with more bird droppings. I'm gonna probably have an even better day tomorrow. You don't believe that silly superstition Larry told you, do you? Asked Roger. After today I do, Amber said cheerfully. Roger thought it was all nonsense, but Amber was so happy he didn't want to ruin it. The next morning at the work meeting, Dave spoke to Amber first. Amber, the passenger cars on Alley and Allen's branch line are in need of repair. Can you take the new ones to Middletown and take the old ones to Harmon? Yes, Dave, Amber obliged. It may not be an actual passenger train, she said to herself, but it's still different. Unfortunately for Amber, everything went wrong. When she arrived at the yard, she found out that the coach in the middle of her train had bad brakes. So she had to switch it out for a new one, delaying her departure time. Out on the main line, she got constant yellow and red signals, and twice she was put in the hole for other trains to pass. The passenger cars were irritated too, and behaved horrible all day. Amber was relieved when she finally reached Middletown. Her crew uncoupled her from the train, and they headed to have lunch at the local deli. Nobody knows what happened next. The driver said there must have been a fault with the brakes, and Amber said her driver was in a hurry and only left the air brakes on. Anyway, Amber began moving on her own. Help! Help! She cried as she rolled out of the yard and onto the open line. Amber was frightened. She didn't like traveling down the line with no way to stop. She rounded a bend and saw some track workers had their truck parked on the line. Move! I can't stop! She shouted. The track workers looked up and jumped clear just in time. Amber shut her eyes. With a loud crash, Amber smashed into her truck, pushing it ahead of her. Part of the wrecked truck wedged itself under Amber and brought her to a stop. Amber opened her eyes, happy she had finally stopped. One of the track workers climbed into her cab and applied her brakes. Roger was horrified and came to the rescue. He didn't laugh. He just said in a very quiet voice, "I'm so sorry, Amber." Amber didn't reply. She just looked down at the truck wedged under her pilot. Roger pulled Amber back to the yard where Taylor and Larry were waiting. "I had the worst day ever," said Amber. "I got more bird droppings yesterday. What went wrong, Larry?" "I guess it's not always foolproof," Larry said sheepishly. "I don't agree," puffed Taylor. "Why not?" asked Amber. "Amber, you managed to warn away those two workers before you smashed their truck. What if they didn't hear? The accident could have been way worse." "You're right, Taylor," perked up Amber. "I guess I was lucky today after all." "Still," muttered Roger, "you shouldn't put all your faith in bird." Ooh! Bird droppings splattered on Roger's cab roof. "Yuck!" he cried. Just then, the yard manager came to see him. "Mr. Egan just called. He said he wants you to pick up a special from Otisville. It's 2 wood-burning engines coming to visit Mr. McCormick's railroad. They'll arrive in an hour." "Wow, what luck," he said. Roger looked over and saw Larry, Taylor, and Amber staring at him. I mean," stuttered Roger, "it was just a coincidence." The 3 engines laughed, and then Roger laughed too. They had to agree with him. It is silly, putting all your faith in what comes out of a bird.